Hey everyone, very exciting because in this video I'm going to sell my personal collection of violins. There are 8 of them and I think they will be gone very quickly. Why am I selling them? Well, because of reasons. And I'm playing with one violin anyway, most of the time, so why should I have 9 of them? Actually, they are some very good violins from my violin shop that I've run for over 12 years that I've held back a little bit. So some special violins, and even more special violins are the ones that I got because I got a cello from a very good young luthier and traded in for 4 of his violins. So that are these violins. For who is this suitable? Well, for all levels, of course, but if you are looking for a very cheap or a free violin, then this video is unfortunately not really for you. I have done numerous reviews on violins in price class below $500, even below $100, but these violins are all in the $1,000 to $2,000 price range. So if you are looking for a handmade European quality violin, and I'm really selling them for low prices, I just want to, get rid of them. I have no plans at all to start a shop because I've been there and done that and done with that. So let's go to the first violin, and they are all handmade Czech violins, all luthier violins. The first 4 will be workshop violins, the second 4 will be violins that are made by a luthier. And well, the first one is a violin with a very accessible sound. By the way, it comes with a very nice Fiddlerman carbon shoulder rest and a Fiddlerman weave bow, and all the violins come with a complimentary case because I can't really send them in an envelope or something. So this one has a very nice brown varnish. Lots of you like it. Of course, you shouldn't select the violin for its varnish, but I know people do, so why not? Again, it comes with this wonderful bow, and this is very accessible, for beginners, intermediates, but you can also play with it in an amateur orchestra. So it's suitable for all kinds of things. If you really want a big tone, then don't get this one. It's a very forgiving, kind of mellow sounding violin. The second one is a little bit comparable. It actually was my travel violin, so I used that to play the violin while being on holiday. And of its type, it really was the best I could get in my shop. And I also used this violin to test the Fiddlerman strings that are still on it, by the way. The first violin was the only one that comes in a complete set with a bow also, and this just comes with a shoulder rest and of course a case just to transport it. This has a bit of a fuller sound than the previous one. as you can hear, this violin has a little bit more possibilities and the tone is more open. Again, this is suitable for beginner, intermediate players, and yeah, you can well play it in amateur orchestra. And yeah, I use it as my travel violin, which tells you that I'm quite happy with this. But you know, I'll probably spend time with the kids now that I have them, and not with this travel violin, so this one goes out as well. Now the next two violins, I also sneaked out my violin shop when it closed last June. Thought I would use them for several things, but I don't really do it, so there you go, out as well. Compared to the first two, they have a little bit more possibilities in terms of resonance, and they have a larger tone. So they are more suitable to the more advanced student. This doesn't come as a set, just with a simple case for transport, but I will give the first who buys one of these two a Kuhn Vodje shoulder rest. That's a very fancy, ridiculously expensive shoulder rest that I reviewed right here. So I'll put that in the first one that sells. One has a very nice red varnish. I think it's in real red or orangey like, more than maybe you can see in the video. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Red Violin. If you like that, then this is the violin to get for you. Of course the color doesn't matter. Then the second one is more of a honey orange yellowy varnish, and with Palisander parts. Apart from that, it's the same class, same making as the one before this. So, but I think it sounds slightly different. I don't know if that comes across in this video. Again, don't know if it comes across, these violins are very similar, but I think there is some warmness a bit more in this one. But I don't know if you think about that the same way. Again, the first of these two that sells comes with the complimentary Kuhn Vodje rest, which is around $80 or $100 if you buy it somewhere. So that can be a nice perk, but don't buy it because of that. just buy the violin that you think is nicest. So those were the workshop violins. If you are interested in them, then just follow the link below or send me an email if you have further questions or whatever. Now I'm going to the other 4 violins, which are all built in 2020, so this year, brand new violins by a very talented young luthier, this guy, who lives in Czech. And again, I got these violins because I bought a cello and didn't do anything with it, so he was so kind to trade them with a little extra for 4 violins of him. They are beautiful. These violins are really suitable, for even a professional, certainly a music student, but also a beginner who just likes a violin with a good sound or and a lot of possibilities. You will notice that the tone is a lot fuller, clearer, and what I mainly noticed about these violins, which really separates them, is that they have a great response. So if you do something, you get sound right away. You don't have to do workarounds. It's there, you know. It feels very effortless to play them. At least that's what I think. The 4 are very alike, so I will play them all 4 shortly. They are so similar that I doubt if you can hear the differences between them. Of course, I'll all sell them separately because every violin is different. So if you want a certain one, then you can certainly get that, of course. They are all equipped with Eva Pirazzi strings by Pirastro, very good solistic strings. However, that's of course not important, but you know it is how they look, and they really look like you have maybe an antique violin. They have these boxwood parts, and they are very attractive looking. You really have something beautiful in your hands, and not only how they look, of course, but you know, it's just a beautifully finished violin made by one luthier. So this is number 15. Yeah, and with these violins, you might notice it in my playing, they really have a character, and you never have that in workshop violins, let alone factory violins. You often also don't really have it in made in China violins, of course. And that's really what you get if you have a violin that is fully made by a person. It kind of sings, it speaks, you have the idea that you're communicating with it. And when I started playing on this one after the other 4, I really had this feeling like, finally. And I really enjoyed playing on it. Not that people can't enjoy playing on these violins. They're very good violins, certainly if you're an intermediate player, for example. But these are really violins that can really touch the heart, so to say. And usually you pay for such a violin made from beginning to end by one master luthier. You pay, I don't know, $5,000 or whatever, and I'm selling these for $2,000. So that's really nothing. Of course, it's a lot of money for me too, of course, but it's nothing for the quality that you're getting in these violins. So I hope that they will find an owner that really appreciates that and can also. Even it doesn't matter your level, but it does matter if you're really happy with it. Whether you're playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or the Paganini Concerto, it doesn't really matter. But as long as it connects to your heart. quickly demonstrate the other of the 4 violins by Deraha and see if you can hear a difference and if you have a preference. And of course these violins all come with a certificate with the signature of the maker Lubos Deraha, the year and the number of the violin, which is absolutely unique. And besides that, that looks smart, that can be quite important if you ever want to sell it again. This is number 13. Lucky number. And this is number 14. And number 15 was the first of the 4. This is number 16. Those are the 8 violins that I'm currently selling. For all the details and ordering them, just go to the link below or shoot me an email. Of these concert violins or any violins, you can pick them yourself. You can also ask me to pick it for them if you send me your preferences and tell me a little bit about yourself and your playing. So I hope all these violins can find a new owner that will give them a lot more attention than I have been doing the last year or so. Yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite was of these videos. Thank you for watching. Bye bye!